Okay, so as I look at these triangles, they did not give me a diagram, so I think it's very important to draw it. So I'm going to draw the triangle, and it says that LM is equal to NL. So I'm going to make this LM is equal to NL, draw it like that. And now I can clearly see I have an isosceles triangle, and it tells me the measure of angle N. Well, this angle here is 12. And it wants to know the measure of angle M. Well, the base angles of an isosceles triangle are equal because anytime you have a triangle, if the side is equal, if a pair of sides are equal, since this side is equal to this side, the angles opposite those sides, this angle, in this case N and M, would be equal. So M is also 12. We'll go ahead and try another problem, make sure you're clear on this. Once again, I need to draw a diagram here. So I'm going to draw my triangle. And once I have my triangle drawn, it says Q and P are equal. So the ones that look equal, I'll label as equal. And then that means the other one must be R. So if RP is 13, from R to P, this side here is 13. And it says PQ is 19. If you want to, you could redraw that so that this does look bigger than this, but that's not absolutely necessary. And then you could find the length of QR. So it wants to know the length of this side. Well, if the angles are equal, in the last example, we said if the sides were equal, the angles are equal. It's also true if the angles are equal, the sides are equal. So since Q goes with the 13, P would go with this side, which would also be 13. So equal angles are opposite equal sides, and equal sides are opposite equal angles. We'll try another example. Once again, very important anytime you're doing geometry to draw a diagram so you can see what you're talking about. That's not a pretty triangle, but it'll work. And then it tells me VW matches UV. So VW matches UV. So those match up, and it says the value of angle V is 71. So this angle up here is 71 degrees. You might say, well, how in the world am I going to find either of these angles? Well, the truth is, even though you don't know them, you do know since these sides are equal, these angles are equal, so I'm going to call both of them X. So this is probably one of the harder types of isosceles triangle problems you can get, but it's still not too bad because if those sides are equal and you label those both X, remember you can add up all the sides of angles of a triangle, and if you add them together, they should equal 180. So that means X plus 71 equals 180. And if you go to solve that, that will give me a 2x. I'm going to go ahead and subtract my 71 from both sides. So that means 2x equals 109. So then divide off my 2. So x is 54.5. And decimals are okay. They happen sometimes. So that should give you your answer. Okay, on this one, it talks about this term centroid, which you should have learned maybe from one of your choice boards, but if you didn't, the centroid is basically the point in the center of the triangle. Because it's in the center, all the lines that intersect to make that centroid hit a midpoint. So that means HL has to be equal to LJ, and then this HK has to be equal to KG, and then GM has to equal MJ. And you don't necessarily know that any of those little pieces are equal to each other, but you do know that each line, like this line from J to L, is a median of the triangle, meaning it goes down the middle, meaning it splits this base in half so that these two pieces are equal. Now, another thing it tells you that NM is 13. So another thing you know about a centroid is a centroid, it's twice as far to the corner, to the vertex, as it is to the wall or to the edge. I think of it as like if I have if you have a closet and you're looking for something in your closet, if it's right there, at the back wall, you don't have to reach as far to get it as if it's over there in the back corner somewhere. You have to reach further. So it's twice as far to get to the corner as it is to get to the edge. So in this case, if that's 13, then this piece here is going to be 26, and that'll help you.